Hello. Hope everyone's doing good. I've been good. And yeah, I guess I'm here to talk about more stuff, get it off me and out there, and maybe, yeah, just change will happen. Anyways, the thing that I wanted to talk about today, and we're still on theme as I have been the last couple of weeks. So, this would have happened when I was around 13 years old, and it was shortly after brother A got married, and my his uh his new wife, my new sister-in-law, myself and my mother were all hanging out and just, trying just hanging out and whatever, because at this point, like, we were already friends and stuff in a way, cuz like my brother and her didn't get married for like a year. They like dated for like a year, which is not very common in Utah. So like we already kind of knew her fairly well, and anyways, whatever. It was just the timing was after they had gotten married, and us three were hanging out, and my mother took this as a good time to give my sister-in-law some advice about her sex life with her new husband, my brother, my mother's son, and my mother tells my sister-in-law that they, as in my brother and my mother's son and my new sister-in-law, have to invest in a detachable shower head, and then proceeded to say how positively it had been for her own sex life with my father, my sister-in-law's father-in-law. And she says this right in front of me. I'm like 13ish years old. Like I'm a child. And it's just like, what? Like, situations have kind of happened like that with my one of my nieces, and it hasn't been my mother saying things, it's been my brother A saying things, and then me and other people being like, stop, it doesn't matter how young they are and that they might not understand, like, you don't speak about things like that of sexual nature around children. It does not matter how old they are. You just don't. Like, ever. Like, and it's like my mom did that my entire life, talked about sex and her sex life and all kinds of things related to it. And just in front of me, in front of my siblings, like, I don't feel like I noticed her doing it as much with her grandchildren, but I'm also not around all the time, so I can't tell you. But it's just like she did it, and then I've witnessed like my brother A doing it, and like it's just like frustrating to have been around people who just like don't care. Don't care. As long as it's funny to them in the moment, like, it doesn't matter. Because they don't understand. The young ones don't understand. And it's like they understand a lot more than you think they do. Because I held on to this conversation my entire life and it influenced me to make some decisions that, impacted me a lot and was confusing. And it's just, it it doesn't matter what the context of a comment is. If it is sexual in nature, you do not speak it in front of children, period. And like, that's just not the house I grew up in. Just not the kind of person my mom or my brothers are. Like, so frustrating. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, yeah, wild, wild. And it's just wild that my mother's behavior is always excused. It's always excused. Oh, that's just her. Ha ha ha. That's just her. And it's like, no, no, no. And like I've said it before, but like this woman works around children, but there's nothing I can do because I have no proof. It is my word versus her word. So, yeah, that's part of why I'm talking about it here. And what we talked about today is going to lead into my conversation of what we talk about next week. So, I'll see you then.